Well, we finally had widespread frost through most of the metro, and temperatures start to warm up here the next few days with scant chances of rain here Friday into Saturday before things warm up more heading into Sunday. So we're past the midway point of October, and it is yet another warm and very dry month. Temperatures averaging anywhere from 1 to 5 degrees above normal. Not quite as anomalous as September was, so we're probably not going to have a record October, but it might end up in the top 15, and it's certainly the driest October so far for the Twin Cities in southern Minnesota. Northeastern Minnesota, of course, did get a little bit of rainfall over the weekend, a decent chunk of 1 inch plus rainfall amounts up there, so they're actually running a surplus. But when we look at it bigger picture with the deficits from September, still behind there, but mostly central and southern Minnesota, most of us have seen nothing or 1% of normal October rainfall for the first half of the month. So we'll get that drought monitor update tomorrow and see where things stand across the state. But 17 the low in Hibbing this morning, 19 in Eveleth, widespread 20s across northeastern Minnesota, but also southeastern Minnesota too. Just MSP stayed above freezing, 34 in the urban heat island there, but we saw temperatures drop to below freezing in Eden Prairie, 31 there, 31 in St. Paul, Lakeville, Lake Elmo, all were below freezing this morning. So we finally saw most of the metro see those freezing temperatures. Low 60s though this afternoon, warming up. Tonight not nearly as cold, 40s for most of us. Still some pockets of 30s in northeast and southeastern Minnesota, and then across Wisconsin it will be very chilly again, especially eastern Wisconsin tonight. But tomorrow closer to 70. I think we'll see low to mid 70s in western Minnesota. Still a little cooler up into the Arrowhead, 50s and 60s there, but mid 70s for central and southern Minnesota here Friday. And it looks like we're going to be into the 70s still Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. In fact, it could get even warmer Sunday. Might be the peak of the warmth. It's also going to be windier today in the next couple of days, especially in the western part of the state. But during the middays today and tomorrow, 15 to 25 mile per hour winds, even a little bit higher in the western part of the state. And you combine that with some very low relative humidity values this afternoon. We're talking maybe just 15 to 20% humidity in western Minnesota, combined with the wind, though it's a red flag kind of criteria. So much of western Minnesota into South Dakota, Nebraska, red flag warning for critical fire weather conditions. And of course, with these freezing temperatures and lack of rain, there's a lot of dry fuel out there. Dead grass, plants that can ignite, and with the wind and low humidity, any fire that gets going could spread pretty quickly. That high pressure of yesterday has shifted to the south. Lots of sunshine today still, but this means we get back onto the return flow or the backside of that high south winds the next few days, warming things up pretty quickly. And a frontal boundary that's going to try to produce some showers here Friday, mostly in northwestern Minnesota. Best chance of seeing a few sprinkles here in the Twin Cities in southern Minnesota will be Friday night. But it probably won't be measurable, I'm afraid. Looks like the best chance of anything measurable will stay to the north and west, and even there we're talking 1/10 of an inch maybe. Some models a little bit higher than that, but further south it's looking less and less likely that we'll see much of anything here. We're in for another warm stretch though, as I mentioned, maybe peaking in the upper 70s Sunday afternoon, so Friday into Monday, maybe even tomorrow too, we'll see 70-degree temperatures before things cool off next week. Back to normal for a couple days at least midweek. So 61 this afternoon, 11 degrees above normal tomorrow, near 70 with sunshine, again windy, 74 Friday. A few more clouds around Friday, Saturday as that system tries to produce a few of those showers, mostly in northwestern Minnesota. And then Sunday, yeah, later half of October to be 77 degrees, pretty warm. There's some of that cooler air starting to seep in here next week.